let us try this in try it in our computer also. See here, I have taken the same value in my program. First of all, I have created one variable a equals to 8. Then how to print this value of a in Java? Use the system.out.println. This double quotes value will print as it is on the console. Whenever you want to print the value of variable, you have to use no quotes around the a. You have to write plus sign to append the string appendation for the string concatenation. String concatenation, you will get your, you will print the array, you will get the output like this. A is, then a value of a, it is equals to 8. Here you will get the answer of a sign right shift. You will get the answer of a sign unsigned right shift, and here you will get the answer of the left shift by 1 position. And now I have changed the value in a is -1. So here it will print as it is. Here here I have performed negative value shift right by 1 position, then unsigned shift right by 1 position, and left shift operation on it. Let us compile this code. To compile this code, I have to change my drive, D drive, then go inside my folder OOPJ programs, then compile by using the command javac, then file name is use of operator demo.java. Then run this Java use of shift operator demo. So see the answer, a value is 8. If you are shifting left 4 4 4, you are getting the answer like this. Shifting by 1 position, shifting by 1 position, shifting by 1 position, and it is showing the answer. Let me correct it. We are using the shifting by 1 position in an answer, right? Save it, recompile it, and see the output, right? 8 value having 4, then 4, then 16, then -8, -4, then this number, and negative having the, again the negative number, right? So this, that we have performed the same in a presentation also. So let's move on the another part. Now you have to try this all the things. Whenever a is equals to 1, and shift it by 1 position. A equals to 1, shift it by 2 position. A equals to 2, shift it. Shift left by 1 position, shift left by 2 position, and see the output, what output you are getting. Whenever you are shifting your bits left hand side by number of position, this is called the number of position. You have to perform shift 2 times in this particular question. Now try this for the value of 1024, and shift left by 1, or shift right by 1, shift right by 1, again shift right by 2, and see the answer, what answer you are getting, right? Now think about these programs. Can you create such a programs by using shift operator? First of all, you have to build one program that prints 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. Up to 10 numbers you have to print by using the shift operator and loops, by concept of loops. When I will cover loop, you have to try this program. Another program that you have to perform by using the shift operator, take a value in your variable like 1024 and perform the shift and use the shift operator, and that should print the answer like 1024, 512, 128, up to 1 you are getting as your answer. So you have to write this program by using the shift operator. Right now you can write this code by using the normal operators only without loop. Later on, when I will cover the loops, you can write this code by using the loop also. Another program that you have to try with yourself, build a program that prints multiplication table of 2 like this. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, up to 2 tens are 20. You have to write like this. I want the same output, and this thing you have to do by using the concept of shift operator only. Right now, let us talk about the logical operator. It is also called the short circuit AND operator and short circuit OR operator. This first two, this is the NOT operator, right? First of all, logical operator, where you should use your logical operators. This operator exhibit the short circuit operator behavior, which means that the second operand is evaluated only and only if it is needed in your program. That means if you are writing such a long condition, A is a conditional expression, B is a conditional expression, and long expression you have written, and you have used this AND and OR operation in your conditional expression, then B evaluation B is totally depends on the evaluation of previous statements that available from left hand side of that operand. This B only evaluates if it is needed. Now think about the OR operator. OR operator always gives the true answer if any one value is true. So if you are getting any one value true from left to right, it never executes remaining expression which comes after you are getting a true value. Say for the example, if this A having true value, then here you have used the OR operator. That means your whole answer will become a true because any one is true. So it never checks the value for the B, as well as if you have used C, D, E, F, then also it never checks the remaining parts. Same way, if you have used this AND operators, AND operator works like if you are getting any one as a false, you will always get your answer false. So when this AND operator gets at least one false, it never checks the remaining part of the condition. That means you will never get the execution of B if this A becomes false, right? So this execution of whole expression is totally depends on the value that you are getting in the part of the expression. So let us try how this operator works by using this example. Here I have taken A equals to 2, B equals to 3, C equals to 5. Here is the Boolean expression. The answer of this expression will always become true or false. Here A plus plus. That means use the A's value first, then increment it. So first of all, left to right it works always. From left to right, we are this A having value 5, 5 greater than 1. This is the true value. This in this expression I have used AND operator, so it always execute the part of the expression until you are not getting false value, right? So here this expression value is true. Now that's why again it's check for the second expression. This 6 is less than value of B is 3. 6 less than 3. This value is false. That means it never execute the remaining part. That means plus plus C will never happens, right? After execution of this part of the expression, your value of A will become 2 to 3. First of all, it was true. Now it will be 3. B, that means B value is 3, and you will get 3 to 4. That means value of B is 4. And C will not able to execute because you are getting already false, right? So it never checks the remaining part of the condition. So C will be as it is. The previous value of C is 5. So you will get the answer like this. Will be 3. Here you will get 4. Here you will get say 5. And here the overall answer true, false. The over true and false, you will get the answer equals to false, right? So like this, this and operator works. Then let's check the answer 3, 4, 5 and false. Now for the OR operator works until it gets the true value from left to right, right? So let us try this thing. First A, value of A is 2 less than 1. This is the true part. Yes or no? Or false? 2 is greater than. This is a false condition. So again, this OR stops checking when it gets true value. False, that means this will be executes. So C, 6 greater than value of B, 3. This is a true part. So this OR having a true value of any one expression, it never execute the remaining parts. So you will get again the answer value of A 3, because after using it, increment it by 1. After using it, it increments B value by 1, 4. Then Z value will become a as it is, because it's never checked, because you are getting the true value over here, and overall answer will become a true, right? And you are getting 3, 4 and 5. So let us check it. 3, 4, 5 and true. Thank you. You can try this in your Java program also. So let us, if you want to try, let me try it. See here. Here is the code that I have already used, right? This is the expression. And let's try the answer of it. I have compiled this code and see the output. 3, 4, 5 false, 3, 4, 5 and false. Your C value become as it is, because last expression never execute in both the statements, right? So you can try it out with yourself, and I'm going to end this session. I will cover remaining part in my next lectures.